This is a montage of protests at the White House over the weekend, Saturday night, where they're yelling Allahu Akbar as they try to scale the White House fence. Watch this.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Fuck Joe Biden! Genocide Joe! Genocide Joe!
Let's go with genocide!
America wants Palestine free! What the fuck you mean? America wants Palestine free! America, don't stand with Israel! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I'm sorry, but there's something chilling about hearing that call, which the 9/11 terrorists were screaming as they flew those planes into the Trade Center right outside of our White House, seeing our White House within steps of these fanatics who invariably have come out of these college campus indoctrination programs.
Well, look, that is exactly right. And this is a manifestation of the radicalism that has seized our institutions. The reason I wrote the book Unwoke is many of us look at the country and we're wondering, what the hell happened? We look at these images, we're like, how did we get to this point? And in the book, I wanted to explain it. And it starts with chapter 1 is universities, which I call the Wuhan lab of the woke virus. It's where the virus was created, it's where it mutated, and it's where it spread. And what happened starting in the 1960s and 70s is that Marxists took over our college faculties, took over our college administrations. And Marxism, Karl Marx laid out a fundamental conflict that we are irredeemably in a conflict between oppressors and victims. And he based it on socioeconomic divide. So the oppressors were the owners of capital, and the victims were the workers, the proletariat. And Marx's solution, what Marxists call for, is the violent revolution by the proletariat to overthrow their oppressors and use government to forcibly redistribute to the victims. And what I then describe is how it began in universities and it spread to take over just about every other major institution in America. So it went from universities to the next chapter is K through 12 elementary and high school education. From there, it went to journalism. From there to big business, to big tech, to entertainment, to Hollywood, movies, TV, sports, music, to science. And if you look at what cultural Marxists do is they use the Marxist lens and they apply it to cultural factors. So instead of looking at socioeconomic divides, they use race, and that's where you get critical race theory, that the answer is to tear down the oppressors and forcibly redistribute to the victims. When it comes to gender and gender ideology, again, they apply it to those issues and the radical transgender agenda. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, I was sitting down with a very successful tech entrepreneur in Silicon Valley who leans quite left. And he was expressing bewilderment at the radical anti-Semitism and blatant hatred of Israel we're seeing in the Democrat Party and the Squad, we're seeing on college campuses and universities. And he said he didn't understand where this came from. And my response is, this is the direct result of the cultural Marxist, because for the cultural Marxists, they have coded Jews as oppressors. And they have coded the Palestinians as victims. And so their solution is the violent revolutionary overthrow of the oppressors and government redistributing. And that's why you see now in the White House, they're chanting from the river to the sea, which is what Hamas chants. That means from the Jordan River to the ocean. That is a call for eliminating the state of Israel, for killing every one of the Jews.
According to Rashida Tlaib, that's just an aspirational call. It's just a little inspo. I think we have it. Do we not? Do we have Rashida Tlaib on here? In any event, she was out there saying it's just aspirational. That's all it is. If we have it, let's play it.
We stand with Israel.
This is the video she posted with it. Stand by.
Mr. President, the American people are not with you on this one.
Innocent civilians are going to be hurt going forward. I wish I could tell you something different. I wish that wasn't going to happen, but it is going to happen.
I want to thank President Biden for his unequivocal support.
We will remember in 2024.
And then it reads, Joe Biden supported the genocide of the Palestinian people. The American people won't forget. This is her. Biden supported ceasefire now. This is her video. Or don't count us in 2024. And then she tweeted, Senator, from the river to the sea is an aspirational call for freedom, human rights, and peaceful coexistence, not death, destruction, or hate. It's strange because I heard it being used by Hamas as they were murdering children. Yeah. So it didn't really seem like a peaceful call to me, but, she might know better than I.
Well, look, Megyn, you're exactly right. And you've also seen the video right after the October 7th massacre where Rashida Tlaib was walking down the hallway in the Capitol, and a reporter asked, what are your views on Hamas targeting innocent civilians, raping and murdering women and little girls, murdering infants, burning them alive? And she refused to answer. And understand, for the cultural Marxist, and Rashida Tlaib is the embodiment of cultural Marxism, violent revolution is what they support. She refused to condemn. It ought to be real simple to say, do not target civilians. This is grotesque. This is evil. This is wrong. But she won't do that. And for the left, the people on college campuses, look at Harvard, my alma mater, 35 student groups signed a statement saying all of the violence is 100% Israel's fault. They have been brainwashed. They have been indoctrinated. And so the book, Unwoke, is designed, number one, to explain what happened and how it happened. But number two, to lay out concrete steps to fight back, to take our institutions back. So, for example, there's a chapter on big business. And a decade ago, it would have been unimaginable that the Fortune 100 was operating as the economic enforcement arm for the radical left. That's what we have been seeing now as big business cancels people, fires people, censors people, has gone fully woke. And yet, in the chapter on big business, I do a deep dive into what happened with Bud Light and what happened with Target. And you look at Bud Light. I don't think there's been a brand in modern times that has lit itself on fire as much as Bud Light, where you had these woke left-wing marketing executives who looked down on their customers. They thought their customers were ignorant rubes, and they ridiculed and insulted them. And Bud Light was the number one selling beer in America. It dropped out of the top 10. They lost nearly $30 billion in market value. And what's interesting, right after Bud Light happened, Target occurred. And you look at Target, which lots of people go to buy inexpensive quality goods. And Target decided that wasn't their mission. Their mission was to become the front line of the transgender culture wars. And so they had huge displays in the front of the store pushing LGBT items on young people, on kids.
Tuck-it bathing suits, women's bathing suits where you could tuck a penis into them, which is unnecessary for any woman. After a crazy day of politics as usual, we all deserve an uplifting dose of plush perfection. And when I say plush perfection, I am talking about the seriously soft and incredibly comfy cuddle blanket from Cozy Earth. Here is why you're going to be addicted to the cuddle blanket. First of all, it's just amazing. It's awesome. The cuddle blanket is a faux fur, that's nice, faux, ultra plush pile blanket that literally wraps you in a soft, warm cocoon of pure luxury. Oh, I have one. It's like heaven on earth. You wrap it around you and the stress of the day melts away. The cuddle blanket is generously sized so you can easily share that warmth. And speaking of sharing, it's perfect for gifting. Everyone loves a blanket as a gift. It doesn't matter what you've earned, what you haven't earned, where you are, where you live, where you don't live. Everyone loves a cuddle blanket. It's double-sided. It's perfectly weighted, like a warm, comforting hug, even draped over your sofa or armchair. Its neutral color and faux fur texture adds a touch of warmth to any space. Elevate your cozy moments with the cuddle blanket. Hurry, save 40% off the cuddle blanket now. This offer will not last, so go to CozyEarth.com, enter my promo code Megyn for 40% off now. That's CozyEarth.com, promo code MEGYN. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.